Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns was Universal Champion for a record 3 years and more. A WWE Hall of Famer recently highlighted what made his title reign so special. Kurt Angle is the latest to comment on Roman Reigns' title reign, which lasted over 1,000 days. When Reigns returned from leukemia in 2020, he was on a mission to take his place on top of the pro wrestling world, and he did so with the help of his wise man, Paul Heyman. Roman quickly captured the Universal Championship and then embarked on a dominant run. For the next 3.5 years, the Tribal Chief held the WWE Men's Division in a stranglehold. His grip on the division grew stronger when he also won the WWE Championship. He destroyed anyone who would step up to him. However, he finally met his match with Cody Rhodes, and his historic title reign came to an end at WrestleMania 40. Kurt Angle was recently inducted into the International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. During the event, he was interviewed by Sportskeeda's senior editor Bill Apter. Angle spoke about Roman's historic reign and compared it to Bruno Sammartino's 8-year title reign. Angle said that although Bruno held the title for 8 years, he wasn't as exposed as Roman, since there was no national TV back then. Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns have a long history as rivals. They competed against each other at Clash at the Castle 2022, and Reigns won thanks to interference from the Bloodline. This loss deeply affected him, and he has never been the same again. In the past few weeks, Drew has targeted OG members of Roman's group in a bid to prevent the Tribal Chief from regaining power. Recently, Drew McIntyre posted a video on social media where he explained that he was trying to prevent Roman from rising to power again. He also acknowledged that he was still not over his loss at Clash at the Castle 2022. Roman Reigns has solidified himself as one of the most dominant and celebrated champions in WWE history. But what makes his historic title reign stand out from the rest? A WWE Hall of Famer recently shared their perspective on why Reigns' unprecedented run as undisputed WWE Universal Champion has redefined the concept of championship greatness and raised the bar for future generations. In a candid interview, the Hall of Famer not only praised Reigns' in-ring ability, but also delved into the intangibles that made his reign unique. From his storytelling prowess to his evolution as a character, every aspect of Reigns' title reign has contributed to an era-defining legacy. Let's explore the key factors that made Roman Reigns' reign stand out, as highlighted by this WWE legend. One of the most striking aspects of Roman Reigns' title reign was its sheer longevity. Reigns captured the Universal Championship at Payback 2020 and held it for over 3 years, a feat that is virtually unheard of in modern wrestling. WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair, who knows a thing or two about holding gold, emphasized how Reigns' ability to maintain dominance for such an extended period set him apart. In today's wrestling world, holding a championship for 3 months is an achievement, Flair said. But Roman didn't just hold it, he owned it. He made that title feel like the most important prize in the industry. And that's no easy task when you're performing week in and week out. Flair pointed out that the constant churn of challengers and the need to adapt to new opponents showcased Reigns' versatility. He wasn't just a dominant champion. He was a champion who evolved with the times, keeping his reign fresh and compelling. When Roman Reigns debuted on WWE's main roster as part of The Shield, he was the muscle of the group, an imposing figure with unmatched power and intensity. However, after the group's breakup and his initial push as a solo star, Reigns struggled to connect with fans. Despite his physical prowess and undeniable talent, the WWE Universe didn't fully embrace him as the big dog. That all changed when Reigns returned at SummerSlam 2020 with a new attitude, aligning himself with Paul Heyman and declaring himself the Tribal Chief. According to WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley, this transformation was the turning point that defined Reigns' career. Roman went from being a guy with all the tools to being the guy who knew how to use them, Foley explained. As the Tribal Chief, he became a complete performer. He wasn't just winning matches, he was telling stories, and he was doing it better than almost anyone in the business. Foley highlighted how Reigns' acknowledgement of his Samoan heritage and his family's legacy added layers to his character. By embracing his role as the head of the table, Reigns tapped into a sense of authenticity that resonated with fans on a deeper level. No discussion of Roman Reigns' title reign would be complete without mentioning the Bloodline storyline, a multi-year saga that has been hailed as one of WWE's greatest stories ever told. Featuring Reigns, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline storyline blurred the lines between fiction and reality, drawing heavily from the real-life bonds and rivalries within the legendary Anoa'i family. WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle described the storyline as a perfect storm that showcased Reigns' strengths as both a wrestler and a performer. Roman's reign wasn't just about defending a title, it was about building a legacy, Angle said. The Bloodline storyline gave fans a reason to tune in every week. You weren't just watching matches. You were watching a family drama unfold in real time. It was Shakespeare with suplexes. Angle praised how Reigns elevated everyone around him during the storyline. Whether it was Jey Uso stepping out of his brother's shadow, Jimmy Uso's internal conflict, or Solo Sikoa's rise as a powerhouse, every member of the Bloodline benefited from their association with Reigns. Another key aspect of Reigns' title reign was his in-ring psychology. Unlike many champions who rely on flashy moves or high-risk maneuvers, Reigns' matches were methodical, calculated, and brutally efficient. WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, known for his technical expertise, praised Reigns for his ability to tell a story through his matches. Roman doesn't just wrestle, he dissects his opponents, Hart said. Every move he makes has a purpose, and every match feels like a chess game where he's always 3 steps ahead. Hart pointed out that Reigns' ability to sell the importance of his matches made them feel like main events, regardless of the opponent. Whether he was facing legends like Brock Lesnar or up-and-coming stars like Cody Rhodes, Reigns brought out the best in his challengers, creating moments that will be remembered for years to come. In addition to his physical dominance, Reigns' promo work during his title reign reached new heights. WWE Hall of Famer Edge, who faced Reigns in several high-profile matches, noted that Reigns' confidence on the mic was a game-changer. Roman found his voice as the tribal chief, Edge said. His promos weren't just about hyping up matches. They were about setting the tone, creating tension, and drawing you into his world. Edge specifically highlighted Reigns' interactions with Paul Heyman, which added another layer to his character. Heyman's role as the wise counsel to the tribal chief not only enhanced Reigns' aura, but also provided a contrast that made their dynamic endlessly compelling. Beyond the ring, Roman Reigns' title reign had a cultural impact that extended far beyond WWE. As a representative of the Anoa'i family and a champion of Samoan heritage, Reigns brought attention to a proud and storied culture. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, Reigns' real-life uncle, spoke about how Reigns used his platform to honor his roots. Roman made it cool to be Samoan, Rikishi said. He carried our family's legacy with pride, and he showed the world what it means to be a true champion. Rikishi also emphasized how Reigns' reign inspired younger generations of wrestlers, particularly those from minority backgrounds, to believe in their potential to succeed at the highest level. As Roman Reigns' historic title reign comes to a close, the question of his legacy looms large. WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels summed it up best. What Roman accomplished isn't just historic, it's iconic. He didn't just dominate his era, he defined it. And that's something very few people can say. Michaels pointed out that Reigns' reign wasn't just about the wins and losses. It was about the moments, the stories, and the emotions that made fans care. From his battles with Brock Lesnar to his clashes with Cody Rhodes and his family drama with the Bloodline, Reigns created memories that will stand the test of time. Roman Reigns' title reign wasn't just a chapter in WWE history. It was a phenomenon that redefined what it means to be a champion. Through longevity, character evolution, storytelling, and cultural significance, Reigns elevated himself to a level few have ever reached. As WWE Hall of Famers continue to sing his praises, one thing is clear. Roman Reigns didn't just reign, he ruled. Now, the WWE Universe eagerly awaits what's next for the Tribal Chief, knowing that his historic reign will be remembered as one of the greatest in wrestling history.